close attention to that. As we're hearing, many of the borders have been closed. Channel security very, very tight at this point. And speaking to one expert, one of the points that was raised is that, look, ISIS hit Paris back in January with the attack on Charlie Hebdo, as well as the Jewish market. And now it's essentially them saying, we hit you once, we can hit you again. Paris is not safe. So this is clearly terrifying to the people who are there. Also, you think about the concert hall attack, and you have to remember an attack at a Moscow theater that killed so many. So there's some replication that's going on, but really a terrifying situation there right now.
It certainly is, and we're showing our viewers this video that was taken of this football game between France and Germany. I'm going to play for you the explosion that could clearly be heard as the crowd was cheering. Listen to this.
Gómez y sale
Right, listen now again.
Muy monótono. Ebra. A mí me da la sensación, Marcelo, que Francia con este equipo tiene más variantes.
You can hear that loud explosion. Mike Rogers is with us, the former chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, our CNN contributor. Mike Rogers, take us behind the scenes right now in the U.S. intelligence community, in the U.S. counterterrorism community. We hear from New York City counterterrorism experts, New York City police. They're going on a higher state of alert right now. Once again, of an abundance of caution, but presumably they're afraid that if this is going on in Paris, it could go on elsewhere as well.
Yeah, and you have to remember, there in every field office of the FBI, there is an investigation into at least some affiliation. Some individual has an affiliation with ISIS. So clearly, they're going to go to a higher state of alert. You saw that this was clearly planned for a multiple location attack. That is not an easy thing to do. That the attacks were coincided within a pretty brief time, which tells you there was some effort to get those things to happen near the same time. They do that, by the way, and they did it in the Charlie Hebdo case to confuse law enforcement, to create a little chaos with the reactionary teams, as well as what's going on the ground. This should be a wake-up call to everyone. I think that when France closed its borders, that is an unprecedented event. And it tells you that all of the intelligence that's led up to this point saying, be careful about this refugee community. They believe they're trying to infiltrate it. That tells you that there's more information behind that closing. He didn't get up and just decide he was going to close those borders. That is probably a concern not just of France, but everybody that's dealing with a refugee population from the region.
Yeah, because European borders have been open to refugees. Hundreds of thousands of them in recent weeks and months have been allowed to come into Germany, into Austria, into France, and other countries in Europe. And you heard from a lot of law enforcement experts, especially here in the United States, that ISIS could be smuggling terrorists in to presumably commit an act of terror like this.
Sure.
And there was some social media reporting that talked about the very fact that they